Hello viewers, and today I've got another loadout which I bet you have not used in Warzone. And in this video, as you can see, I am using the RPD from the Cold War series of weapons, but the breakdown is going to be slightly different for this video because the tactical grenades as well as the perks play a very important role for this particular loadout. But before I break down these attachments and the perks for you and show you the awesome gameplay that I've got with this weapon, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to the channel. I'm working my way towards 600 subscribers now, but my main goal is that 1000 subscribers, those big 4 digits. So thank you to everyone that has liked, comment, subscribed and just watched the video. So thank you very much. And so I'll start off by telling you a little bit behind my idea for this particular RPD. As you can see, I am using the thermal scope, which is also known as the Notch Sova thermal because it is a Russian weapon. It has a very handy 2.1 times zoom and is heat sensitive, which means enemies glow nice and bright orange for you. And what is particularly useful is, I'll just show you here, you can see I'm using smoke grenades, and with this thermal it completely ignores the effect of smoke grenades. As you may know, with some of the thermals in Modern Warfare, the smoke grenade can actually obscure the scenery and you'll only see the outline of enemies, but these thermals completely ignore the smoke grenades and it can give you a huge upper hand and opportunity to take out an unsuspecting enemy. As I am using this smoke grenade, obviously I want plenty of smoke grenades at my disposal throughout the match, and so I'm using the restock attachment, which means every 50 seconds I will get another lethal and tactical grenade provided there is room in the slot for it. And as I can't use overkill, I'm going for these dual wield magnums, which I'm trying to get some footage for, and I'm trying to figure out what the best combination of attachments are for them, but look out for them in another video. But let's get on to the attachments on the RPD. And so, starting off in the muzzle attachment slot, I'm using the GRU suppressor, which we like to think of as a beefed up version of the monolithic suppressor from the Modern Warfare weapons. This is also known as the agency suppressor with the American weapons from the Cold War series of weapons, and it improves your damage range by 10% and has a huge boost to bullet velocity at 25%. This means that we don't have to lead our targets quite so much, and the damage will carry over that little bit further. With a damage drop off of a natural 40 meters plus that 10%, that already goes up to 44 meters before the damage starts to decrease. It also decreases vertical recoil by around about 5%, which makes that full auto fire accuracy that little bit easier with the GRU suppressor. And of course, we get that all important sound suppression. For the barrel, as I've mentioned in my other loadout videos, the Cold War LMGs have pretty much awful barrels at the moment, and that's simply because they don't actually work properly. This is the best barrel, I would say. It's the Task Force barrel, and all it does is simply provide a 30% increase to damage range, which is ideal for something like this, as it is a bit of a suppressive build as well as a sort of utility build with the smoke grenades and the thermal. So I thought I'd just go for maximum damage range. In the underbarrel attachment slot, we want that full auto fire and that accuracy and suppression as effective as possible, and so I'm using the Spetsnaz grip for a 7% reduction to vertical recoil and a further 15% reduction to horizontal bounce. This simply tightens up the recoil pattern and just makes it that little bit easier to use. As you may know, the RPD is fairly tricky to use at full auto fire, but once you get it under control, and you can also tap fire it quite easily, it is definitely a formidable weapon. As I mentioned, we want to be as suppressive as possible and make the most of those smoke grenades, and so we want plenty of rounds in the magazine before we have to spend precious time reloading. And the VDV 150 round fast mag is ideal. We do take a slight hit to the aim down sight time, but as this is an LMG anyway, it's already fairly high, so the increase is borderline unnoticeable. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, in the optics lock we are using the Notch Sova thermal optic. It says it's a 2.3 times magnification, but it's more realistically a 2.1 There is no customizable reticle, but the standard reticle is pretty good, as it's pretty much just a faint dot, so you can see nice and clearly, what with the enemies also being bright orange. But let me know if you do give this weapon and the perks a go. I'd be really interested to see how your playstyles may have to adapt to the use of smoke grenades and things like that. Unfortunately, I don't use these smoke grenades as much as I would like to in this gameplay, but when I do use them, they definitely save my skin. But let me know if you give it a go nonetheless, and leave a like if you enjoy the video and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the gameplay.
Recon's inbound.
Oh,
UAV entering the AO.
they're right on us.
Moving here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Lima Charlie, moving.
Look.
Hostile maneuvering.
Got gas moving in. Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah.
Repositioning.
There are people at that petrol station we're looking at. There's at least one guy.
That's the thing we were shooting at the VIP, was most wanted. So.
What?
Frag out.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Right
Eyes
beneath
on
us
target.
now, George. Beneath me. Your side in the changing rooms.
Alright. I did.
You're all that's left. Get it done.
Kicked for inactivity. Oh my.
Oh, I can hear it.
10 remain. You're nearly
Nice.
done.
Oh, that's a different team. Get you up.
I don't risk it.
Try. Might as well. Wait, what? It didn't let me. It didn't let me access the shop then.
Whoa!
It's all up to you now. Go for the win. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
To come back to my body. Oh, he's got my gun.
Got blood for you, ain't
Sorry about that.
What? Where did you go for him to kill you?
The like the other end of where my body was, like from the other side.
Oh. Makes sense. I knew he was camping in that. I thought he was where I am now.
Has he dropped the proximity line in there? Is that, have you got that as a perk or something?
Oh yeah, spotter, yeah. I can actually head to him.
Nice.
Break his armor like that.
Yeah, there he is. You see him.
Got gas moving in.
Nice.
I can have a fit then.
No time to sleep on the job.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
And win this.
We got the advantage now.
Got
Yeah,
gas
it's
moving
1v1.
in.
He got this.
That's a win. You took what
Whee.
was yours and made them pay for it.
The definition of being carried.
No. I'm covering it if you want to come and grab it.
Hostile dropping into
Someone's
the area.
landing on
Watch
it.
the skies.
Good shot, George. Yep. Mark him if you can. Oh, well done. I couldn't see him. I think the rock, yeah, the rock was in the way for me. Watch out for people sort of outside the circle, trying to sort of come in from here.
Have
In
eyes on.
here as well, when I've been beamed one.
Have eyes on.
He's here, George. He's got a right shield. Are you marking someone else?
Moving.
Oh, sorry, George.
Your teammates in the gulag. If they survive, they can redeploy. Enemy soldier incoming. Fighting's over. Now it's a ghost town. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Your teammate got a proper sorting. Sending them on.
No. Oh, didn't
It's all
know
up
him.
to you now. Go for the win. Learn from failure's a proper teacher.
I don't know if Charlie's just come back. I did hear it. I'm not sure what he's heard now.